Ms. Robinson?
So,
Would it help if I repeated?
can you repeat the question?
Yeah, I know, it's a multi-part essay question. Okay, so the background being cultural and architectural heritage at risk because of invasion of poorly designed land developments. And we are now looking at some consideration of changes to the Design Commission. Council is looking at that, and the design review process in order to expedite things. So part one, if you become mayor, what's your position? What's your leadership there? And part two, what three things should developers and architects of downtown buildings pay more attention to?
So, speaking to the first part of the question, the City Council, I believe the City Council did the right thing when it sent the staff recommendation back to work on it some more. We have a lot of rules and regulations in the city, especially as it relates to planning. And I think the discussion that we had at the City Council with regard to trying to find a happy medium between making sure that all the rules are clear for developers and getting them through the process in a way that allows community input in a substantive way was the right way to go. I believe that having skilled community members that are already in the fields of architecture and design be members of the Design Commission was a good one. One of the things that we were grappling with is how many. One of the things that I also agree with individually was the presence of the art commissioner on the Design Commission. We know in our city that public art is something that is cherished, and I do think we have to keep that in mind, especially as it relates to projects that are going to require a public art component. As far as the three things that developers and architects should pay attention to.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I hate to be the bad guy. I just really hate this role. But
no worries.
Okay. Thank you.
I think there should be virtually no change to the Design Commission. I think it's working very well. We just received their annual report. I was delighted with the outcome, and I wouldn't sustain any big changes there. In terms of design, I think that Mr. Harden got it exactly right. The buildings need to be contextually appropriate. They need to look like they belong in the city and they haven't just dropped in here from another planet. We've got some of those, and we've got one on Los Robles right now that has led to me asking for a new ordinance with regard to mansionization, because it's an outrage and it damages the values of all the properties around it. I think that new buildings have to be environmentally sustainable. We have certain requirements. There are state laws that relate to what they call LEED standards and sustainability. I think it's absolutely vital that we go beyond just the minimum requirements in terms of sustainability. And I think the buildings have to be importantly pedestrian oriented. Those would be the change, the three major things.
All right. Thank you all. And actually the